What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's George. Now today, this is gonna be a completely different video. If you have been on this channel for quite a while now, most of you guys may know that I don't make videos like this. I don't create content like this whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I don't like talking about the things that we are gonna be talking about in this video, and I don't like getting into politics as well. But for today, in this case, I'm gonna make an exception because what we're gonna talk about is something that I have had on my chest for quite a while now. It is something that bothers me in kind of like a big way, especially since I do live in LA, and I also think it is something that's very important to talk about. It is something that is important for a lot of people to know about, and even if you don't live here in California or LA, I feel like it's also important that a lot of people outside of the state and the city should really know about. Now, before we get started, there are two things that I do want to mention. Number one being that the government of all of California is Gavin Newsom, and the mayor of Los Angeles is Eric Garcetti. Now, if you are a fan of these guys, if you love these guys, or at least you're in agreement to what these guys are doing with the city of LA and the state of California, I suggest you click off of this video, because you can very well get offended, especially again if you're a big fan of these guys. But if you're a fan of them and you want to stick until the end of the video, all I would suggest you do is that once this video is done, I would suggest you guys do some deep research about what these guys are doing, because a big problem in today's society is that we only go based off of what we listen. So it could be like the news. If we listen to the news and we just listen to what they say, we buy it and we agree with it and we just are okay with it, and we don't even do any more research about it. And number two is that even though I'm making this video, I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea, because I love LA. I love the city and I love the state of California. I think California is one of the best states. Even though I haven't visited every single part of California, I can say that LA is my home, because this is where I grew up. This is where I graduated from high school. This is where I met a lot of good people, a lot of friends. I've had pretty much most of my memories here in the city. So again, I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea that I'm making this video just to prove that this is the worst place to be and this is the worst place to live in. That's not the idea of this video, but I'm making this because this is something that could very well be fixed, and it's something that shouldn't be the way it is right now. So like I said, I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. But anyways, a couple days ago, I actually took a drive around many places around the city of LA, and I basically just want to share these clips with you guys just to show you guys how the population of homeless, they've gone through the roof. More than 50% of homeless that live in the entire United States live here in California, and LA has most of them, I can say. So I want to show you guys first these images, because I didn't record this specific place in LA, but these are images, and these are legit images that I'm gonna show you guys right now. These are no Photoshop, photobomb, whatever you want to call it. These are 100% legit. And this right here, this is the City Hall of Los Angeles. This is where everything goes down, and you guys can see all the homeless. You guys can see how pretty much all the sidewalk is covered with homeless. They shouldn't be living like this. And the fact that really bothers many people, including myself, is that, you know, this is City Hall we're talking about, right? And you see a lot of homeless people living right in front of them, where they do all the paperwork, their offices are there and everything. And the fact that nothing is getting done about this should question a lot of people to what the heck is going on, you know? Now, one very important thing to keep in mind is that at some point in their past lives, these were never homeless people. These were people who were wealthy enough to have a very well standard life, to have kids, to watch them go to school, graduate high school, go to college. A lot of these homeless people as well were business owners, small business owners, who basically depended on their business to bring food to their table. Now, with the whole global situation that happened last year that we are still living till this day, these businesses just dropped down dramatically. They just dropped down intensely to the point where a lot of them just closed down permanently because they weren't getting enough income to basically pay the bills, pay rent wherever they had their business, wherever they had to pay off the rent. And you guys can see here, this is Hollywood, California. Hollywood, California, you guys can see all these small businesses, they have closed down permanently. A lot of these places are for lease. And if you pay very close attention, you guys can see that there's a lot of homeless people here as well in every single corner. A lot of them are very, very young, not even past their 20s yet. Different people from all over the state, all over the country, even all over the entire world like to come here and just have a good time. And the fact that they have to experience this is just crazy enough not to, get a little bit upset about it. And I know what some of you guys may be thinking, well, these businesses obviously had to close down because of the situation, because we have to stay safe, etc. Well, let me tell you guys this, right? The government here of California, Gavin Newsom, this guy decided to close down bars, decided to close down restaurants, theaters, you name it. And then just short days later, he was caught somewhere near San Francisco, California, at a very extremely luxurious restaurant where he was not taking any measures he said that people should take, which came to the 6 feet apart, wearing a mask, all that stuff he was not doing. You guys can clearly see on the picture, he's with many people right there. A lot of his workers, a lot of doctors are there with him. And not to mention the fact that the place that they are in, one plate costs $300, $300+ per head. That is the amount of money that a lot of people win here per week, $300, and this guy just ate it in one single plate. And the fact that this guy cannot do anything to make this city and state better, again, is beyond me. Now, this is a guy, including the mayor of Los Angeles, who have football-sized mansions. These are people who have both money and power at the same time. Now, let me take you guys just a couple years back when these guys were elected in power. I have no idea who the hell would vote for these guys or who the hell voted for these guys to be in office, which I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't think nobody voted for these two guys to be in power. There's not a single person that I know who said, I want Eric Garcetti and Gavin Newsom to run the rules around here. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, once these guys become in power, a lot of people in society, they just go based off of what they say, which is BS. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just BS. And let me give you guys an example of that. When these guys quote unquote promised a lot of the things that they were going to do to help the homeless, people who were in big danger of losing their jobs, of losing their businesses, etc., you name it, many people from across the United States, from different states, decided to move here in California. And at the end of the day, all these quote unquote promises were never accomplished. And all of these ideas that they said that they said that they would do, it never became a reality. And that's why the majority of homeless are living here in California today. These are people who came across different states with very little hope, with hope that they will get a well-paying job again, that they'll be able to get a house, they'll be able to have enough income to be able to live somewhere nice. But the only thing that the government of California and the mayor of LA are only good at is basically bringing lies to the table. That's it. That's all they do. Eric Garcetti, he says that he loves the city of LA. Take a look at Echo Park. Echo Park is very close to Glendale, and only very wealthy people or people that win enough money live in Glendale. And Echo Park is very, very close to there. And now this park has become a living nightmare. There's only homeless people there. There's a whole bunch of homeless people living there in that park. And I think this is the worst, if not the worst clip that I recorded this day, which is in downtown LA. This is near San Pedro and 4th. You guys can see the amount of homeless people that are living here. There is no way people can walk here alone. You can't walk here whatsoever. I don't care how many people you bring along with you, you can't walk here at all. Now, to start closing things off, because I don't want to make this video extremely long either, and I don't want to sound like if there's no hope, or I don't want to make anybody feel depressed, but I don't think that LA is gonna get better anytime soon, especially not with these people that are in power and are in office, which is one of the many reasons why many people that live here in California are just moving back to their countries or just a different state. We can't let these people to continue manipulating us and just following the rules that they want us to follow. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take care of yourself, because it's still very crucial out there. I'm not saying that you should not wear a mask no more. I'm not saying that you should take, self-consciousness, because obviously we can't ignore the fact that many people have passed away because of the situation that, again, we are still living till this day. But let's just stay positive. Again, I don't make this type of content, but I felt that there was something very important to share with you guys, and I'm not the only person that has made a video on this topic either. So if you found this video useful, don't forget to drop it a thumbs up, because it does help the video move somewhere else on YouTube so another person can see it. And don't hesitate as well to share the video with somebody else that you may know who might find this information useful. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the video, and I will see you all in my next one. Peace.